Oh, hello, beautiful people. I have a channeled message from Archangel Gabriel. I was in the middle of doing some writing for Substack, and then it turned into some automatic writing with him. Um, and then I was asked to just go ahead and do this. He kept saying, you just need to speak up. So I decided I'm going to make a video. I am going to elaborate on this topic more in this Substack article that I'm finishing right now. But I'm here to discuss this right now because I have to do it right now. That's what I'm being told. So I want to start with this is a message that he is sending through. He's telling me it's about the power of three, the Trinity that's within all of us. Like each person is literally a Trinity, right? Essentially internally, right? You're made up of your, you know, spirit, your soul, your physical essence, okay? A Trinity in a sense. Now, with that being said, right now we all know the state of the world has gone to shit. I'm not going to curse because Archangel Gabriel is here. I'm not going to do that. But the state of the world is in a horrific state. So for those of us that work in a light working fashion of any sort, those of us that are gifted, anointed, etc., it's been very heavy. It's been a lot. But also this energy has created what Archangel Gabriel is showing me as like a vacuum, right? A vacuum. There's also a bunch of people, and I know this from my dreams, my astral travels. There are a lot of people that are timeline hopping, and a lot are unconscious of what they are doing. There are a lot of you out there that are having really bad body aches. There's migraines, there's back pain. There's a lot of deja vu on a very high level and a lot of inexplicable events or things happening that you feel are just coincidences, right? This has a lot to do with the power of three. With all of the chaos that is taking place in the world, Archangel Gabriel shows me this vacuum that's made. I actually had a dream about this for those of you that have been with me for a while. I want to say it was almost 2 years ago now. I will pull it up and make sure I share that too. The dream I had with the tornado like vacuum, cyclonic, almost, if you will, cloud. And there were like dark, disagreeable forces floating in the cloud. That vacuum, there's been a vacuum that's been created by these entities, right? Here running amok on earth, Archangel Gabriel shows me. As a result of this vacuum, there's been an open space. There's a need to fill this space and fill it quickly with as much light as possible. So he shows me how, and I do mean very quickly, this space is being filled with a bunch of light energy. There are a lot of us that are already activated. If you're someone like myself, natural born with gifts, whatever, and you're like living in your purpose, this may not apply to you. You already know what's going on. You already know your anointing. You already know what your purpose is. You're aligned with your soul. This is not for you. This is for the people that are very confused right now and are not understanding what's taking place energetically to them or spiritually to them. There's a reason for this, right? There's the deployment of three, the Trinity, that is going through this vacuum. Archangel Gabriel shows me how the energy being displaced by this vacuum of chaos that these disagreeable forces have caused and brought upon us here on earth has created a way for the light and agreeable forces to force through, basically have forced activations, if you will. Some people that maybe were meant to have more latent abilities, and now you're being called up now for your abilities that you may not have even known you had, or you had them when you were younger and you suppressed them. There's three archetypes that are coming. I took some automatic writing notes while I was doing my Substack article. He shows me that the three archetypes are the demon slayer, for lack of better words, the prophet, and then there's the divine chosen, okay, or the divine bloodline. Okay, our demon slayers are going to be the people that have been through hell. You have had traumatic life experiences, the spiritual warriors. Okay, you've gone through darkness. You have to have gone through darkness to forge enough light to fight evil. So these are the people that when they show up, like myself, their presence dispels evil. And a lot of you are all of these archetypes. Like myself, I have all three. A lot of you are these. Then we have our prophets. Our prophets are going to be like our modern day influencers, almost, is what Archangel Gabriel shows me. They're using social media as their pulpit, but also Archangel Gabriel is saying that he wants those of you with prophetic gifts to be using this in your actual communities, like feet on the ground. And then I'm hearing Archangel Michael say this is like a get down or lay down kind of situation. So everyone needs to be doing their part. Those of you with prophetic gifts, I'm going to get into some of the signs you may have experienced. I'll do that in an article. I've also done that before, so we'll get into that. We also have, they want to emphasize, right now Archangel Gabriel is saying how he wants to emphasize how the prophets that are rising up, the prophets that are in place, we're modern day prophets, okay? So these aren't the, we're not going to be the prophets from the Bible, okay? In the sense of how we move, people think that they can mishandle those that are prophets. Prophets are going to be very dual natured. So most prophets are going to also be demon slayers. I've seen in my experience as one personally, okay? A lot of the prophets they show me, we're going to see them on TV. We're going to see them all over social media. You'll see them as lawyers, activists, rising up, okay? So there's an activation, something going on here. And a lot of you have had this in the back of your head. Archangel Gabriel shows me where you know you should speak up or speak out against certain things and you have not. This is your chance. This is the trumpet call. You need to honor these gifts, because not honoring these gifts is going to disserve you in a way you don't want to see, okay? And I don't say that as a threat. I'm telling you, this is what Archangel Gabriel is telling me. A lot of you have created these contracts, prior to coming here. You have to uphold these contracts, okay? A lot of you, we work for God. I say this all the time. I feel like I'm God's, one of God's prettiest little soldiers, okay? So you need to rise up to the occasion and honor the contracts you have made. Archangel Gabriel saying a lot of you are avoiding your gifts. This is a no-no. This is a no-no, and you're being called up right now. So there's that rising. The prophets are very dual natured. So these are the people that can speak to you in the strip club. They can also speak to you right there on the pulpit. They can speak to you in church. They can speak to you in the spiritual center. They can speak to people in the street. Like I say, I feel like I'm good in any hood. So people are going to hear, I'll be in the club talking about God. So that's just that. That's the modern day prophets, the demon slayers, and these divine anointed, the divine bloodline of God are rising up. The divine bloodline of God, I'm going to get to you guys next, myself included. These are going to be the individuals, the natural leaders, the ones that you want to follow. You feel safe in their presence. The same as the demon slayers. I'm going to say that the divine anointed bloodlines are going to carry all of these traits. A lot of these archetypes, Archangel Gabriel shows me, can be paired up. You might have someone that's a demon slayer with prophetic gifts. You might be someone that's a divine chosen one. You also have prophetic gifts, etc., etc. You guys see where I'm going with this. And again, I'm going to elaborate on this in writing because I've done a lot of this already as automatic writing. But this is to also call up to some of you that are having these experiences, seeing these signs, and you're avoiding them. This is your trumpet call. Archangel Gabriel is sounding the trumpet. You have to step forward. You have to come through. We have to fill this vacuum with pure light energy. Those of you operating in the love and light only frequency, it's not going to get you far, babe. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because true balance is needed in order to master this earth realm, right? There is no balance in only operating, and I'm not saying only operating in a light frequency. I like to say agreeable and disagreeable. Green light, red light energy, okay? With that being said, those of us that know how to operate, go through the darkness without being consumed by it, those are the ones that I'm speaking to, okay? Again, those of you that have been living in this false illusory light, Archangel Gabriel says, a lot of you have contributed to this vacuum we're experiencing. And this, he's calling it a moral failure and a moral collapse here on earth. That's what he's calling it, which is what the fuck it is, actually. Sorry, which is what it is. A lot of that false illusory light has led to this, because then people are moving in a state of naivete, he says, naivete. And that's not how the world works. So there, you will see almost like a flooding of individuals coming in, that's, or awakening, or you'll start noticing them on platforms that are speaking out in high regards in the name of God, right? So these are the demon slayers, the prophets, and the divine chosen. I have to come up with better archetype names for these, but this is what I'm being shown in my head right now, and this is what I'm telling you guys, okay? Then this is, again, really a trumpet call. He asked me, Archangel Gabriel asked me to come up here and share this message, because a lot of you are avoiding the signs of these anointings. And I mean, the awakenings are like this, like they're flooding throughout children. There will be a large rise in children. This is something that's being commanded by the divine feminine. Archangel Gabriel says, this is female God. This is being commanded by the divine feminine energy. They're deploying almost the most ruthless angels, the angels that can go on demon time, essentially, to bring sheer light and balance to the chaos, that the vacuum of chaos that is here on earth. So you might have people that just wake up one day and all of their morals, their way of living changes, because now they're living in alignment with their soul contract that is coming. And again, my false love and light little fairies out there, you guys probably aren't going to make it. You might need a little career transition or something, because it has negatively contributed to the naivete that society has had, allowing people to believe that if you just ignore the darkness, that's not how it works. Everything has come from darkness, from noon, from the waters of noon. In order to actually command or have any authority over darkness, you have to understand darkness. That means you have to have duality. You have to have had the experience to be entrenched in this energy. So all of these people that have, I mean, and I'm talking, these are people coming from all different walks of life. You're going to see, I'm seeing, I don't know who this person is, but this could be someone that's coming out of like the Midwest area, maybe Chicago, Detroit, someone like that. I'm seeing they'll rise up like a prolific prophet almost as well. Again, this is literally a rising. I see it like the hand of female God pulling people up, pulling people up. Why is this happening? Again, because that vacuum is creating more darkness in the world. This vacuum, this moral collapse, it needs to be flooded with light. So by any means necessary, light is going to come through. The best people to do and command this are those that have gone through the darkness. And it's these three archetypes. Again, it's going to be the demon slayers. Like, that's literally what they show me in the word. The demon slayers, the prophets, and then the divine chosen ones. Like, they just show me like crowns sitting on people's heads as well. Again, a lot of these gifts can overlap, and they often do. Okay. This is something I'm going to elaborate more on, but just to bring this to you guys' awareness. The prophets too, I see a lot of you have been having very vivid dreams. Some of you are waking up very confused. I see night sweats. I see night terrors. I see visions, downloads. Some of you even appearing as if you look like you're having focal seizures or something. Again, this is like activation. The activation of your gifts is trying to settle in your DNA, and some of your bodies are having a hard time assimilating to this. If you are, you need to call on Archangel Gabriel, call on the Most High. You can call on your benevolent ancestors to help you integrate this. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, these are great energies to call on to assist you as well. Archangel Raphael is also stating that he's a great resource and energy to help you at this time. I'm going to elaborate more on this. Like I said in the Substack post, this is for an urgent message. Apparently, Archangel Gabriel needed me to state, but keep an eye out for that. These three energies flooding. Like, you'll just see not people that are fiercely, vehemently opposed to evil, and they've come from darkness. So they have this power in them, this light, this power of God, prophetic gifts flow through them. These people are going to be running amok. You will see them across various platforms. You'll see them in your communities. You'll see them on TV. You'll see them everywhere. You'll see celebrities acknowledging or pulling these people into the spotlight as like the actual, what we term or believe to be a celebrity. That is actually changing. Like I said, the prophets, the chosen, are kind of shifting into those positions. So those of us that have been diligently working, and those of us that have navigated the shadows in order to bring a lot of this light forward, you are about to be profoundly rewarded for your work. And those of you that are being called to rise up, the same is to follow, but you have to do the lay work. Like this is what they're showing me. Trumpet call for those of you. They keep repeating this. This is the trumpet call for those of you that have been ignoring your anointing. Now is the time. You're rising up. These three archetypes are rising up to pave the way for all of you that are various forms of light workers, okay? Various forms of chosen ones, okay? And a lot of you are here. If you're hearing this also, it's because your ancestors have laid the groundwork for some of this work too, and you're to carry it on. And some of you are not doing that either. It's what I'm seeing. So this is that trumpet call. So again, this is for demon slayers, the demon slayers. They keep showing me that so big. And demon slayers, the prophets, the anointed chosen, rise up. That's what this is. Rise up. They show me the sun. It's beaming. A lot of you are seeing the crazy synchronicities, like, angel numbers everywhere. You're seeing all of this. This is something that you no longer can afford to karmically ignore, okay, is what I'm hearing. Also, if you're someone where you feel like you're told often, like your words hit people, like it's a heavy focus on the prophets right now too. The demon slayers have laid they're laying the ground, laying the lay work is what they're saying, like paving the way, opening up the way for everyone. And there's a lot of them coming through. The opposition, disagreeable forces were anticipating this, but not in groves like I'm seeing it. Okay, so this is your call. Rise up. Keep an eye out for my Substack article that is coming. I'm going to put all the automatic writing there in a more fluid fashion so you guys can keep it on record. But these are the energies filling this vacuum right now. Archangel Gabriel says, and they're coming in threes because we are trinities, moving trinities, like us ourselves are trinities. So